Hello, my name is Helen Tang, and today I am pleased to share with you my master's thesis, Personalizing Hospital-Based Stroke Education, Designing a Novel Recovery App to Prepare Stroke Patients for the Transition Home. Every 40 seconds, someone in the United States has a stroke. This cerebrovascular disease is a leading cause of disability, and its effects are multifaceted and unique to each patient. After spending an average of 5 days in the hospital, 50% of patients are discharged home to manage care independently, and follow-up care with the stroke clinic may not occur for weeks or months. Current hospital-based education consists of fleeting verbal instruction given by multiple care team members and comprehensive written handouts stapled into one thick stack. These methods overwhelm patients who during this challenging time are often forgetful, emotionally distressed, lose or don't read the handouts, and leave the hospital without learning key information needed for continued recovery and secondary prevention. To address these shortcomings, I collaborated with the multidisciplinary team at Johns Hopkins Hospital's Comprehensive Stroke Center to design a mobile app for patients and their care partners to use during the first days to weeks after stroke. The goal was to better prepare them for the new difficulties they face in the transition going from hospital to home. I used a bottom-to-top approach of user-centered design to create an app fundamentally focused on fulfilling the unmet needs of stroke patients. This required investigating two key questions: what resources already exist, and who are stroke patients? I discovered numerous existing products and services across the realms of rehabilitation, education, and social support in the forms of websites, pamphlets, rehabilitation devices, podcasts, educational videos, and mobile apps. The unmet need was a resource that would help patients discover and prioritize these resources. Secondly, who are stroke patients? Through primary and secondary research, I found that the identity of stroke survivors and their information needs are highly diverse, depending on stroke severity, risk factors, medical history, life situation, and personal attitudes. I created 5 user personas to capture this diversity, which further underscored the need for a personalized resource in the challenging time following stroke. Using an iterative workflow, I designed a series of interactive prototypes that demonstrate the key features of an app serving as this personalized resource. I'll use these prototypes to give you a tour of the app. During the onboarding process for a first-time user, this cartoon character, I named Sunny, sets an empathic tone and introduces 4 key features of the app: personalized education, improved patient-provider communication, actionable recovery goals, and progress tracking. After creating an account, the patient completes a first-time user questionnaire, which gathers basic information to begin content personalization. The patient inputs their gender, age, date and type of stroke, and general areas affected. They are also asked if they would like to share access with a care partner. After account setup, we see the daily check-in screen. Both first-time and returning users opening the app for the first time each day will see this screen. The purpose of daily check-in is for patients to log stroke-related emotional and physical symptoms once a day. This is valuable because the effects of stroke evolve over time, and patients may discover unique symptom patterns that they can share with their providers. Optional daily reminders encourage regular usage. The home screen is the central location for bite-sized, personalized content. Each day, the patient is shown a motivational quote from a fellow stroke survivor, 3 personalized recovery exercises, and 3 personalized learning modules. In the backdrop are progress counters. As the patient engages with these modules, their achievements are recorded and celebrated. From the home screen, the patient can press the Log button to complete daily check-in or record an appointment, note, question, test, or goal. In this case, the patient already completed the check-in, so a summary of their previous entry is shown. Storage of such information allows patients to better contextualize their early post-stroke experiences. The patient can retrieve saved questions from notifications to ask providers and record answers at a time convenient for them. The library is the central storage location for all learning modules, which are categorized to help patients efficiently locate specific resources. Within the rehabilitation section, a basics trailer introduces the patient to what rehabilitation is and how it works. Personalized focus areas are then displayed above other topic areas. Trouble swallowing, or dysphagia, is a common post-stroke complication that was prototyped as an example. The patient is invited to set a big goal, for example, eating dinner with their family. Having this personal long-term goal may motivate patients to perform the smaller daily goals. The logging feature Rehab was designed for therapists to record and share the patient's progress in specific areas affected by stroke. In this example, the patient has oral dysphagia. The therapist records the patient's current and goal levels for consuming different food consistencies. They can also assign exercises for patients to do. This way, the patient can view therapy goals and progress notes that are otherwise not accessible to them. Still to be prototyped are progress and calendar, which will function to display stored information back to patients in a meaningful way. Underlying the prototypes, I created an information architecture flowchart to show the overall structure and navigation of the app. Additionally, I included a diagram for progressive personalization to explain how user interaction drives the degree of content personalization. Together, the prototypes, information architecture, and strategy for personalization are being used to develop the first iteration of the app, which will be evaluated by the multidisciplinary team and beta tested by a subset of patients at Johns Hopkins Hospital. The assets I created are flexible and can easily be modified to accommodate changing project constraints and new insights. Additional time, funding, and human resources will be needed to continue iterating and implementing the designs. User-centered design provides a framework for innovating educational solutions that directly address the specific learning needs of each stroke patient. While I use this methodology specifically to design a stroke recovery app, it can also be applied to create apps for other chronic diseases, including heart failure and diabetes. This fundamentally patient-centered app has the potential to empower patients with knowledge, motivate them during the early recovery period, and improve overall outcomes. In an era of personalized healthcare, such technology is essential to the patient's success. I would like to thank Dr. Mona Bahouth, Corey Sandone, and Rachel Fabian-Mace, whose time, knowledge, and support made this project possible. And thank you, the viewers, for joining me today.